Where does he rank now, do you think, in the echelons of football?
I think he was quite comfortably, when he was at Barcelona, he was the next in line after Cristiano and Messi. He was fantastic there. He was consistent. He'd done everything you wanted him to do as a football player.
He's not reached their heights, though, has he? He's never...
No, I'm not saying that. I think he was next in line.
Yeah.
And then he leaves and goes to Paris Saint-Germain, and he's never quite got back to that level again.
Was that a mistake?
I think in hindsight, he'll look back in his career and think, I shouldn't have left Barca, or I should have gone somewhere, a more competitive league, because I think he can afford to down tools. I think he can just chill out a little bit. Is he as happy as he was before? I would argue that he probably isn't compared to what he would have been at Barcelona, where he would have been competing for this consistently and winning the league in a more competitive league. He has flashes. He's still, and look at this, he does things that only a handful of people on the planet can do. He's an unbelievable talent, but it's about doing it consistently and in these big moments.
He's won a lot of titles, really.
Yeah, in the French league.
Yeah,
it's no disrespect, but that's not it's not the Spanish league, and it's not the Premier League, and it's not the Bundesliga. The Bundesliga, I think, is a better league than this as well, more competitive.
Yeah. He's a wonderful talent, isn't he? He really is, but he hasn't pushed himself. He's content to go to France. Yeah. There was other, I think. Wonderful skills, got great ability, but for me, I don't know, he just clocks off too much, he switches off.
Do you think that's probably the difference, and while he'll never quite be on the same level as Ronaldo and Messi? Because it's the attitude, the drive those two have is quite extraordinary, as well as the ability.
Gary, you're completely right with that, the drive and stuff, but we're talking about probably the best players in terms of numbers ever to play the game. So you're judging them against almost impossible stats.
Yeah. But his numbers were not.
His numbers were very good at Barca, but he's just. I think you've got to have that daily, consistent drive and obsession with football we always talk about.
He hasn't hit his peak, and I don't mean age-wise, but him, Messi and Ronaldo and other players around the world, top players, De Bruyne now, there's something inside them that forced them to hit their peak. I'm going to get the maximum out, and if they're out of this world, they're out of this world. He hasn't done that for me. For me, he's gone to France, gone to Paris, took the easy way out.
He's gone to be perhaps the main man, but he's possibly not even the main man at PSG now.
I think he went there and believed in the project initially. Yeah. Mbappé, Cavani, joining them players, Thiago Silva. Yeah. But it's just not worked out. I think Paris Saint-Germain haven't really been able to find that.
If you had a choice of any of them players there, Mbappé, you'd pick every time ahead of him.
Yeah. Well, he's a lot younger as well.
Yeah, he's a lot younger. But even when he was in his peak, and when Mbappe's in his peak and still to come,
Neymar should be in his peak now, shouldn't he? At 28 years old.
Neymar in his peak when he was at Barcelona. We see him play live a number of times at Arsenal away. Listen, he was unbelievable at that time. That game, he was the best player on the pitch, and I think he was doing that quite a lot in that Barcelona team, even with Messi there. But I think he would have been definitely better off to stay in Barca, and he would have been held in higher esteem, I believe, in that team.